Hello, it is Mike Wise with your weekly mortgage update and happy 4th of July. I hope you had a great day yesterday celebrating. I went to Ojai for the local 4th of July parade that they have every year, and it was a lot of fun. So hopefully you had a good 4th of July and you're back in the saddle for work on July 5th, or you're still out vacationing for the rest of the weekend here. So anyways, wanted to give you a good idea of what happened with mortgages or rates this week. So a lot of stuff going on. Fed basically officials, they signaled no hurry to cut the interest rates, which kind of drove the yields up a little bit. And then Powell came out and basically said, we're putting rate cuts back into view. So that was a little mixed message on with the Federal Reserve data. And then headline number, I'm going to go into this a little bit more in detail here, but the headline detail was for Friday, 206,000 jobs came in June. Hiring stays strong. So, but the unemployment rate went up to 4.1%. They were expecting around 190 to 200,000 jobs, so it was pretty in line with estimates. But let's take a look at some of the details here. So the jobs numbers came in 206 versus the $200,000 estimate, but there was 2-month revisions. This is happening almost every single month where there's revisions, and basically there was a negative 111,000 jobs that were revised down for April and May. And so those came in. Again, this happens every single time. So they're overstating the jobs numbers, and then they're coming in the next month and basically revising them down. And so a lot of kind of weird shenanigans going on with the numbers that we're seeing on a monthly basis here. So, and again, I want you to see, go back to that previous slide, is the headline number was 206,000 jobs were added. Hiring stays strong. Well, if these numbers came in accurate, and we might see some different numbers here as far as like what the reaction would be in the market. So government, they added 70,000 jobs. This is a big number. It'll be interesting to see how that is revised, or if that number is revised next month. But that was the biggest addition of jobs in the month of June. So very weird that we're seeing, high inflation, high spending, and the government is still adding more jobs to the economy here. So the second thing that happened is the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate went up from 4% to 4.1%. Why is this important? Well, the total labor force, it did increase by 277,000 people. The jobs went up by 116, which, we think, but those may be revised as well. And so what that did is that increased the unemployment rate to 4.1%. Why is that important again? Well, a lot of the Fed members, they were talking about lowering the Fed funds rate when we hit 4.2% inflation, or went over 4.1%. I'm sorry, the unemployment number went over 4.1%. And so that unemployment number, we're already at 4.1%. If we see that go up to 4.2%, then we're going to have some Fed members that have some talking to do as far as what they're going to do with interest rates at that point in time. So again, 4.1% unemployment rate, we are already there. So wanted to give you a little bit, the yield increased quite a bit at the beginning of this week. And I want you to see how this was impacted, right? So basically, this was Friday morning. This increase right here. So hopefully you can see this, but right where my picture is at, that was the increase on Friday, and then on Monday we saw it go up again to over 4.45%. Why did that happen? Well, this was the debate. So this was Thursday, Friday, and then Monday. So Friday, the yield went up. That was after the debate, and then it went again up on Monday. And what was that bet on? Well, the bet was on the Republicans sweeping both the House and the Senate and the executive branch as well, so the presidency. So basically a full sweep is what they were kind of like worried about. And why are they worried about that? Because what happens is when you have all branches of government in one party, then they're going to be able to make a lot of decisions. When they make a lot of decisions, that usually means a lot of spending. A lot of spending usually means inflation. That drove the yields up. So that was the fear at that point in time. Since then, we've seen them come back. So the impact of everything this week, the prices, they've gone up, slightly from the previous week, but they're still starting to come back down, and we think that they will continue to come back down. But that was the fear. You can see the drop in prices Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm sorry, this is Friday. This is today. But basically, the prices started to get better from their lows on Monday, and then the yields the same thing. They started to go up on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday they've started to come back down. So we're below the 200-day moving average now again, and that's a good sign. So that could move us all the way down to 420. But the yield did go up from the previous week. Interest rates, they did basically they went up slightly again. So they were at 7.03% the previous week, 7.05 last week, and then this week they ended up at 7.08%. So rates are up just slightly a little bit. We're starting to, it's still kind of cruising along here. But once we start to see that unemployment rate jump up a little bit, we will start to see interest rates come down. So here's a comparison's sake. I wanted to show you this. It says 7.06 as of this morning. 1 year ago, mortgage rates were at 6.92. So not much difference from a year ago, just slightly up there. And then the previous high was 8%, and the previous low was December of 2023 at 6.61%. A number of offers received per sale. There's still, over 2.5 to 3 offers on every single listing at this point in time. So very competitive market still. Case-Shiller, again, I reported this last week, but basically it's up 0.3% month over month here. So still, housing market is still very, very strong. And then the last thing I wanted to show you here is there's an article in the Wall Street Journal about swapping your home for a vacation. So would you swap your house for a vacation? I don't know if I would or not, but I do use, I have a couple of houses that we do an Airbnb or short-term rentals on. So I guess I would, but in any event, it's a little bit of a different way of swapping houses. So basically you don't pay either way, you just swap houses. And a pretty interesting article on there if you want to take a look at it. So hopefully you had a good 4th of July, and I will be around this weekend. If you have any questions, any comments, just feel free to reach out to me. Would love to hear from you. Happy 4th of July again, and we'll talk to you soon.